Y'all see that? Through the blood of the everlasting covenant. That's the new covenant. And yes, we are under the new covenant. Stop listening to people say we're not under the new covenant. I can't take the stupidity, has got to stop. Real quick, y'all see that? Through the blood of the everlasting covenant. That's the new covenant. And yes, we are under the new covenant. Stop listening to people say we're not under the new covenant. I can't take the stupidity, has got to stop. Real quick, y'all see that?
All right, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha, Quadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing his truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And as always, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. No, Nate, we are not under the new covenant, okay? And this is a teaching that's pretty much going to just keep on going until there ain't no more YouTube around, okay? You know, okay, because under the new covenant, you know, which under the new covenant, we're never going to sin again. Why? Because the laws are going to be in our inward part. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. Okay, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Okay, so this is the new covenant right here. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers. That's the old covenant. In the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, saith Yahweh. But this shall be the covenant that I will make, okay, with the house of Israel after those days, saith Yahweh. I will put my law in their inward parts, meaning in our minds, and write it in their minds, their hearts, which the word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, which means your mind, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. Okay, so under this new covenant, they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. And how do you tell our people to know the Lord? Well, what does it mean to know the Lord? It means to know of the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments, okay? And to keep all of them, okay? That's what it means to know the Lord. It means to know of all of his laws, statutes, and commandments, which there's more than 613 laws, statutes, and commandments. But it means to know of all those laws, statutes, and commandments, and to do them perfectly. That's what it means to know the Lord. So, and under this new covenant, we're not going to be teaching the laws, statutes, and commandments to our people, okay, like we're doing now. Okay, and the scripture said that they shall all know the Lord. Okay, they shall all know Yahweh. And how do you? Well, what's a part of knowing the Lord? Knowing all of his laws, statutes, and commandments, and doing them. Okay, you know. So here it is. You know, you got this guy saying that we're under the New Testament, but you got Moses walking around. Well, we're under the new covenant right? He's saying that we're under the new covenant, but there's moles walking around amongst our nation. Under that new covenant, there's not going to be moles walking around, you know? We're not going to die under the new covenant because we're going to be perfect. And a matter of fact, the reason why Adam and Eve started dying from the beginning was because they sinned. So under the new covenant, we're not going to sin anymore, okay? And in a matter of fact, we sin every day, okay? Now, for the ones of us that are in the truth, we don't sin willfully. There's just laws, statutes, and commandments that we cannot keep in this society, you know? You're talking about that you're under the new covenant, but you're wearing clothes with mixed fabrics, okay? Is your shirt 100% polyester? Is your shirt 100% cotton? Because the Bible tells you that you're not supposed to wear clothes with mixed fabrics, okay? Your shoes. Well, what is that right there? That's what? Cloth and leather mixed together. That's mixed fabric. You know? You're talking about you're under the new covenant, but you got guys in your congregation that's clearly lined up. You got some guys in your congregation that got dreads, okay? Every time you see an Israelite wearing dreads, whether man or woman, don't you know you're breaking the law right there? Because you're basically taking on the custom of another nation, and you're worshiping Shiva or Shiva, who basically started dreadlocks. So dreads, which, you know, you guys think that that's a black thing. No, dreads go back to the East Indians, Elam, okay? And every time you sport dreads, you're worshiping Shiva, rather directly or indirectly. And we know that the first commandment in the book of Exodus, the 20th chapter, is what? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So we're not going to sin under the new covenant. Okay? The scripture said that they shall all know the Lord, from the least of them even unto the greatest. Do all the people of our nation know the Lord? No. Okay? You got niggas in prison right now, running trains on other niggas in there, smaller and weaker than them, taking advantage of them. Okay, you got niggas running trains on niggas in prison. You mean telling me they know the Lord? If they had known the Lord, they would know that in Deuteronomy, the 22nd chapter, the Lord's well, you would know that in the book of Deuteronomy, the Lord said what? There shall be no sodomites of the children of Israel. So the whole nation of Israel don't know the Lord. You got Israelites in China and in Japan eating live squid, eating jellyfish. They're Israelites, but they look like they look Chinese or Japanese, you know? Because you got, like it says in Jeremiah, the 12th chapter, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. So you got Israelites that look Chinese or Japanese, because, you know, we've been scattered amongst the Moabites, which are the Chinese, and the Ammonites, which are the Japanese. So you got Israelites down there eating crab, squid, okay? Cutting off the rods of tigers, bears, eating and making it a delicacy. You mean telling me they know the Lord? You got Israelites living amongst the Arabs, well, worshiping Mecca, worshiping a Kaaba stone. They know the Lord? Okay, you got Israelites living amongst the East Indians. You got Israelites living in India. worshiping false gods. They know the Lord? No, they don't know the Lord. Okay? Which is why when you read Jeremiah, the 4th chapter, what did the Lord say concerning our people? They have not known the Lord. Okay? You got Israelites out there smoking, selling drugs, doing drugs. They know the Lord? So come on, man, get serious. For I will forgive their iniquity and will remember their sin no more. Okay? We're sinning right now. So what do you think is going on? The Lord is still remembering our sins. Which is what? Which means what? Well, we're liable to be judged if we're not covered by the blood of Yahushua. See, right now, we're in a grace period. And that grace period was given to us when after Yahushua's blood was shedded 2,000 years ago. Okay? For what? For the remission of sins. Which means what? The sins of the elect are covered on this side. However, that does not mean that the elect is going to be out there sinning willfully. Okay? Do we make void the law through faith? No, Yahweh forbid. Yea, we establish the law. Okay? So let's go to Revelation real quick. Let's see. Because under that new covenant, there's not going to be any more mourning because we're never going to die again. There ain't going to be, the scriptures also say that there ain't going to be no more pain, okay? Okay? Okay, nigga, okay, why don't you do me a favor, Nate? Why don't you step on a thumbtack and tell me if you feel pain? Okay, so let's go to Revelation 21. Okay, Revelation 21 verse 4. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, meaning from the eyes of the elect. And there shall be what? No more death. All this comes with the new covenant. Why ain't there going to be no more death? Well, I'm going to come back there. Bear with me. I'm kind of all over the place. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 15. Okay. Okay. And excuse me, I'm going through ailments right now, but that comes with the territory of being in this truth, which is beautiful because the scriptures say that if thou be without chastisement, then you are bastards. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. So let's see. Let's okay. 1 Corinthians 15 verse 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, meaning we shall not all die. Right? Because like it tells you in 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter. Okay. And I believe the 17th verse on down, it tells you that, then it says what? Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. Meaning the clouds is talking about the chariots, what the world ignorantly calls UFOs. So the elect is going to be beamed up into what the world calls UFOs. And as they're getting beamed up into what the world calls UFOs, right? Okay. It says in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound and the dead shall be raised incorruptible. Okay. So under that new covenant, okay, we're not going to be corruptible. Okay. How do you become corrupted? When demons, come into your mind, and basically start getting you to believe in ways that go contrary to the Lord and having you doing those things, okay? Like people smoking, for an example. You got people who believe that it's okay to smoke. That's because their mind has been corrupted by demons. You see, under that new covenant, okay, when the elect, when the elect gets beamed up into what the world calls UFOs, okay, their spirit is going to be transitioned from their current body into their new bodies. Okay, their spirits are going to be transitioned from, I'm going to say that again, their body. When the elect gets beamed up into what the world calls UFOs, their spirit is going to leave their current body and be emancipated or transferred to a new body. And in that new body, which is going to be in what the world calls UFOs, those new bodies is going to have the laws, statutes, and commandments embedded into the minds of those bodies. So right then and there, the elect is going to be perfected after being beamed up into what the world calls UFOs. But the dead is going to be raised first, like it tells you in 1 Thessalonians, okay? Okay, they which have died believing in Yahushua, okay, they're going to be risen, okay, from where they died at, and they're going up into what the world calls UFOs to receive their new bodies. And within those new bodies, they are what? They are going to be incorruptible, meaning demons are not going to be able to go into your mind and tell you, look, it's okay to eat that meat with the blood in it, because in your mind, you're going to know, you cannot eat animals. You cannot eat meat with the blood in it, but thou shalt pour out the blood. For what? The blood is the life of the animal. You're going to know. So demons ain't going to be able to corrupt you. You're going to be incorruptible. You know, you're going to have a demon right there whispering in your ear. You do know that hey, did you know that smoking weed is fun? You get high, you know, you start to see things differently and time slows down and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Nope. Thou shalt not defile thy temple. Okay. Thou shalt not defile thy temple. No. See? So you're automatically going to be incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible, what is this corruptible? These bodies we're in. Now, in these bodies, we can be corrupted, you know? You know, a woman who's bad, she might look like she's from Brazil, big butt, okay, fluffy, big breasts, beautiful long hair. You know, she's talking to you, flirting with you at your job, you know. She might even put her hand on her shoulders when laughing, you know, getting close to you. Meanwhile, she got a man. Okay? So, you know, in the back of your mind, you might have a demon whispering in your ear. Yo, what you doing, man? Deal with her. You know? She might invite you to come over to her crib, you know, and, you know, y'all might sit down, y'all might have a couple of drinks, y'all might share a couple of stories, and then right before you know it, you know, yeah, you know, she's on top. You're both naked, and she's basically on top of you on her man's couch while her man is at work, you know, working hard to provide for him and his woman. She's on top of you naked, you know, giving you the box. And all that came from demons whispering in your ears, telling you to deal with her. Now, the scriptures say, sitting at it all with another man's wife. Because one moment y'all could be talking, you know, and then the next moment, you know, you basically hitting it doggy style. you know? And also, you have corruptible thoughts, okay? Under that new covenant, you're not going to have corrupted thoughts. You're not going to have, demons are not going to be able to put, wicked thoughts in your mind. For this corruptible must put on incorruption. Those new bodies that the elect is going to receive after getting beamed up into what the world calls UFOs, those bodies are incorruptible. And this mortal must put on immortality. Now, the word mortal, when you look it up, it means death. Okay? Or it can also mean can die. When you're immortal, it means you cannot die. So how the fuck are we under the new covenant? Please make it make sense, man. Under the new covenant, you're not going to get old. Here it is. You're talking about how we're under the new covenant. Meanwhile, your ass got a damn near gray hair. That's because your body is slowly decomposing. Okay? The longer you live, the closer you are, the closer you inch to death. Okay? All these bodies have a time limit before they expire. Okay? Do you know how many people die from being old every day? Especially Israelites. Under the new covenant, you're never going to get old. Never. Okay? Here it is. You get all kind of back aches. Sometimes one side of your face might hurt, but the other side will feel just normal. This is what we're going to be feeling under the new covenant. And then on top of that, you're wearing glasses. You won't need to wear glasses under the new covenant because you're going to have perfect vision, perfect teeth, perfect skin, shiny black marblish hair. You're going to have perfect, you over here talking about we're under the new covenant, but you're wearing glasses, bro. Come on, get serious. No, Nate, we are not under the new covenant. Okay? You want to know why you have to wear glasses? Because your body is corruptible. Your body is corrupted. You don't have perfect vision. Okay? Having blurry vision from not wearing glasses is the result of your body. You having blurry vision without glasses is the result of your body's corruption. Do you understand that? So under the new covenant, the new bodies, starting with what the elect are going to receive, okay, in this generation, okay, those new bodies are going to be immortal. You're never going to get old. Okay, you're going to have perfect vision. Okay, your hair is not going to fall out. Okay, your hair is never going to fall out. You're never going to have back pains. You're never going to feel pain again. Okay. It says, so when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, which when Paul is speaking about the corruptible putting on incorruption, that's talking about your spirit being transitioned from your current body, which we're in, these corruptible bodies, into what? Into the new body. The new bodies, which will be on the UFOs in that day, okay? The new bodies, those are the bodies that's going to be incorruptible, okay? The new bodies that's going to have the law, statutes, and commandments, okay, where the law, statutes, and commandments are going to be in those bodies, You know, I mean, shit. If we was under the new covenant, okay, you wouldn't have to worry about money. You wouldn't have to worry about going to work. You know, if we was under the new covenant, right? Where's King David? Where's Yahushua? Okay, under the new covenant, okay, the Israelites are going to be present with King David and Yahushua. Okay? Okay, under that new covenant, we're going to be present with Elijah. Who is John the Baptist in the reincarnation? He that have ears to hear, let him hear. Okay? You know, even Yahushua said that, you know? So, you're talking about one under the new covenant. Look, we're not going to be under the new covenant until Yahushua returns and beam up his elect. And I mean, Lord, I hope to be of the elect. And I hope you sincere brothers of the hopeful elect, I hope you're of the elect too. So when this corruptible have put on incorruption, which this is going to happen when Yahushua returns. Have Yahushua returned yet? The answer is no. Okay, so when this corruptible have put on incorruption, meaning when the elect gets beamed up into what the world calls UFOs, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Okay, can we still die? Yes. Why? Because we're in these mortal bodies, which the word mortal means that you can die. Okay, so under that new covenant, right, death is swallowed up in victory. So you ain't gonna die again. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? Because what's the victory of the grave? When you die and you get buried. Okay? The sting of death is what? Sin. And why is that? Romans chapter 6, verse 23. For the wages of sin is what? Death. So we're not going to sin under the new covenant. Why? Because the laws are going to be in our minds. Just like I read in Jeremiah 31. O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. Why? 1 John, the 3rd chapter. Sin is the transgression of the law. So let's go back to Revelation 21. Okay. Revelation 21, verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, not women, men. And he will dwell with them. Why is the Lord going to dwell with the Israelites, starting with the elect in those times? Because we're going to be made perfect, okay? Remember, we cannot stand before the Heavenly Father impure, okay? You think the angels are standing before the Most High impure? No, they're not, okay? The angels are that they are pure in the sight of the Lord, and they're perfect. Okay, ain't no angels up there rebelling against the Lord. No, they're perfect. They do everything the Lord tell them to do. Okay, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their God. Right now, we're looking to get back into the good graces of the Lord. That's why we have a grace period right now. That's why we have a grace period. So that we can be made friends. Hence, that's what the word reconcile means. It means to be made friends again. Okay, reconcile. Re meaning again, concile meaning to be friends. Okay, so we're given this grace period by the blood of Yahushua that was shed 2,000 years ago, so we could be reconciled back to the Heavenly Father. So as it stands, you know, the scriptures even tell you that our righteousness is as filthy rags, and Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be what? No more death. Because under that new covenant, we're going to be incorrupted. We're going to be incorruptible. We're going to be immortal. And we're never going to sin again. Why? Because the laws are going to be written in our minds. So doing the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments is going to be just like breathing air. You know, you don't have to tell yourself to breathe every time you breathe. You just do it. Right. So that's what we're going to be like after receiving those new bodies. OK. Keeping the laws, keeping all of the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments. It's just going to come naturally to us. We're just going to do it. And we're going to love it, too. OK, so there ain't going to be no more death, neither sorrow. OK, here it is. We're in captivity under the new covenant. We're not going to be in sorrow. Hell, we even being in this truth, you sorrow sometimes. Why? Because you got to get up. You got to go to work. You got to deal with people bullshit at your job. You got to deal with people talking about vain shit. OK, vain things. You know. And then on top of that, look at what's happening to the earth, man. The earth is being destroyed. You know, chemtrails. You know, you got all kind of unjust killings in the world, murder. You know, your children go to school. You have to worry about your children being taught about anal sex. Okay, he only 6 years old. And here it is. Your teacher is teaching your sons and your daughters about booty condoms and all kind of weird shit. You're not going to sorrow over that? You know, you might have had a loved one that was close to you who perished, who died. You used to laugh with this person every day. This person, y'all used to cook for each other. You know, y'all used to chill, hang out. Y'all probably used to hoop together. And one day this person dies. So, look, there ain't going to be no more sorrow because we ain't going to never die again, nor crying. Right. When you cry, it means that your mind is in a sorrowful state. OK, your mind is in a heavy state. You know, your woman probably cheated on you under that new covenant. Your woman is not going to cheat on you because she's going to know not to commit adultery. There ain't going to be no demons or you know, because that's what the evil spirit is. An evil spirit is a demon. There ain't going to be no evil spirit that's going to hop on your woman and tell her to go lie down with another man because he has this, he has that. He has a bigger rod. You know, he can satisfy her more. Ain't done it because our women that are of the elect, they're going to receive new bodies too. Okay, so there ain't gonna be no more crying, and this is all gonna be under the new covenant. You know, I mean, here it is, Nate. Your ass was on your deathbed at one point. You mean, you know, your ass was about to die. You mean telling me you're under the new covenant? Come on, man. Neither shall there be any more pain. You ain't gonna feel pain, not mentally, not physically. You know, like some guys, they find out their women have been sleeping around on them. Okay, do you know how much that hurts? No, you feel this sharp pain in between your chest every time you breathe because you're depressed, you're crying. You know, how could this happen? Look, your woman is not going to cheat on you under that new covenant, okay? You ain't gonna have to worry about money under the new covenant because you're gonna have all the money to your heart's desire. For the former things are passed away. Are the former things passed away? No. The former things are not passed away. We're still living in the former things. Okay? And that's another thing too. Under that new covenant, we're going to have spiritual power. Let's go to Isaiah real quick, okay? How shall one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight? Okay, Nate, can you put 1,000 to flight? Huh? Because under that new covenant, you should be able to shoot lasers out of your eyes and shoot iron blasters out of your mouth. You should be able to teleport, fly. You should be able to do all that under the new covenant. And when I say fly, I'm not talking about getting to an airplane. I'm talking about fly just by the power of thought. Okay? Under that new covenant, okay, hey, if we were under the new covenant, I should be able to walk on air with my hands in my pockets while whistling. Okay? And I'm talking about walking 20 feet in the air with my hands in my pocket, walking with style. Okay? Okay, Isaiah chapter 40, verse 28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, Yahweh, our power, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. Okay, do we faint? Yeah, you faint, okay? Go too long without food or water, okay, and see how quick you get lightheaded when you stand up. You know, you over here, you get dizzy, you're stumbling. That's not going to happen under those new bodies. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, you know. If you run a certain distance for a certain period of time, you get tired. You're breathing heavy, okay? So he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, shall what? Shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. What does it mean to mount up with wings as eagles? It means that you'll have the ability to fly. They shall run and not be weary. Okay, like the Flash from DC Comics. Okay, this dude can run so fast, he can literally run on water. Okay? And guess what? He can run for 2 hours straight, extremely fast, and not even get tired. Okay? I mean, shit. If you was to run that fast in these type of bodies, you know, your skin will probably feel like it's burning. You know, your brain probably, you know, your mental capacity probably wouldn't be able to keep up with the speed, you know. But under those new bodies, you'll be able to do that. You know, you'll be able to move faster than lightning. Okay, they shall walk and not faint. So under that new covenant, so in other words, we're going to have spiritual power. So guess what? If you want to shoot fireballs out of your hands, if you want to summon a meteorite from another dimension to come down and hit the ground and cause an enormous explosion, you know, killing thousands, you'll be able to do that, man. That's with spiritual power, you know? Okay, another thing about the new covenant, okay? Before I get that, let's go to John real quick. John 14. Okay. What did Yahushua tell his disciples? He that believeth on him, the works that he do, shall he do. Okay. Okay, John chapter 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, which means truly, truly, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do. What was some of the works that Yahushua did? Yahushua had spiritual power. Okay. Okay. So we know that some of the miracles that Yahushua did was what? He did things like turning water into wine. He walked on water. He calmed the storm and the sea when his disciples panicked for their life. You know, we know that he disappeared in the midst of a crowd of people when wicked ass Israelites tried to stone him or tried to throw him off a mountain. Even though throwing Yahushua off a mountain would have been futile, because he would have just flew back up. Okay? I mean, come on. This dude walked on water. You don't think he would have had the ability to fly? But anyways, you know, oh yeah. In Matthew's the 26th chapter, though, or was that I think that was I think that's in the book of John, when those wicked Israelites came for Yahushua, right? Yahushua knocked back those Israelites that was coming to take him from the Garden of Gethsemane. He knocked them back using telekinesis. You know? Yeah, and then afterwards, Yahushua asked their asses again, who are you coming for? And I'm pretty sure all them niggas probably looked at each other. They all probably looked at each other like, oh, shit. Yeah, this is him. Okay? Okay? So guess what? Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do. So guess what? We're going to be able to turn water into wine. Okay? We're going to be able to walk through walls, see through objects. We're going to have supervision. Okay? If you want to fly up into outer space and go to a different planet, guess what? You'll be able to do that. You'll be able to sit on the moon without getting incinerated. Okay? You'll be able to fly around the sun without getting burnt or set on fire. You know? Okay? Since you think we're under that new covenant, why don't you try to go up into outer space, which it's not outer space. The Bible tells you that there's waters up there, but you try to go up into outer space without a spacesuit and watch what happens to you. Okay? Your eyes are probably going to become puffy. Your arms are going to become puffy. You know? You're going to end up with what they call hypoxia. So, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these. Why shall he do? Because I go unto my Father. Okay? So let's scroll up to verse 1, because that's another thing. Speaking of planets, okay, we're going to be able to go to different planets in those new bodies. Okay? Hey, there's particular planets out there that you would not be able to set foot on with the current body you have, because your body would not be able to handle the atmosphere. The atmosphere. Okay? Okay? You got some planets out there you wouldn't even survive on in these current bodies. Okay? If you look at Neptune, I believe Neptune is a planet that's made out of water. You got planets out there where there's nothing but water. Okay? Just large vastes of water. You know, how would you survive on a planet like that in your current body? your ass would drown to death. Okay? You know? So, but in the new bodies, you'll be able to survive on a planet like that. Because you'll be able to levitate, you'll be able to walk on the water, you'll be able to go into the water and literally hold your breath if you wanted to. Or you could just make it to where you could breathe underwater. How about that? Without a suit. Okay? And by the way, planets like that would be perfect for having underwater cities. So yeah, on planets like that, I would definitely expect to be seeing underwater cities. But you know, John 14 verse 1, let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in Yahweh, believe also in me. Okay, in my Father's house are what? Many mansions. Now, those many mansions is talking about planets. Okay, so we'll be able to go to different planets in those new bodies. You can't go to different planets in these current bodies. Hell, you can't even leave the earth in these current bodies. Okay? Try to leave the earth in your current body. Your ass is going to get cooked to death by that Van Allen's equator belt. Because there's an invisible field circling the earth. In which if you try to cross that field, you're going to get cooked. You're going to get cooked alive. You wouldn't survive. Which is also how I know that nobody's been to the moon. Because anybody who's been to the moon will literally get incinerated. Okay? Your ass would get incinerated just even trying to go near the moon. Because light generates heat. So, you know, like you turn on your light bulb, right? You know, keep it on for over 20 minutes and touch it. Tell me your ass ain't gonna get, stung by that intense heat. Okay? So in my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you into myself, that where I am, okay, that where I am, there ye may be also. And whither I go, ye know, and the way ye know. Okay. So the last one is going to be, let's go to Jeremiah 33, the 33rd chapter. So bear with me for just one moment. Jeremiah 33. And we see, is it verse 4? Let me see. So let's see. Okay, Jeremiah 33 and 6. Behold, I will bring it health and cure. And that health and that cure is going to start with when the elect receive them new bodies, okay? Because that's how our nation is going to be cured. Because right now, as a nation of people, man, we're broken. We need the Messiah, okay? So once the elect receive them new bodies, okay, and the 2/3 come back through our nation, we're going to be made whole again as a nation of people, okay? Being made whole in the sense that there's not going to be a sinner amongst our nation. Because there was even times when the Lord would literally punish us as a nation of people for the transgression of one person. All you got to do is in the book of Joshua, okay, Achan. I believe his name is Achan or Achan. Achan or Achan. But I'm going to just say Achan, okay? He basically took up some Babylonian garments, and some gold and silver, and he basically hid it in his tent. So you know what happened? When Israel went to go fight against those them Hamites in the city of Ai, okay? Basically, they was not able to stand before their enemies, and Israel ended up fleeing. So Joshua had to go acquire of the Lord, like Lord, what happened? Well, how come we fled before our enemies? Oh yeah, because there's a nigga amongst your congregation that disobeyed my voice and took up the Babylonian garments and some gold and silver from the accursed city Jericho. And this happened especially after our people were commanded not to take anything from that city, okay? Nothing. So, under that new covenant, there's not going to be a sinner amongst our nation. Okay? And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and I will build them as at the first. So we're going to be made perfect again. Okay? Like how Adam and Eve was before they sinned. We're going to be made perfect again. Okay? It says, and I will cleanse them from all their iniquity. How's the Lord going to do that? Jeremiah 31, he's going to put the laws in our mind so that we will never sin again. Whereby they have sinned against me, and I will pardon their iniquities, whereby they have sinned and whereby they have transgressed against me. Right? And it shall be to me a name of joy. Why? Because we're never going to sin again under the new covenant. So we are not under the new covenant. Okay? Okay, and a matter of fact, to show you that we're not under the new covenant, let's go to I believe, is that 1 John? Let's go to 1 John 1 and 8. Okay, 1 John chapter 1 verse 8. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves. So for you to claim that you're under the new covenant, you're basically saying that you have no sin, and you're a goddamn lie. Okay? And a matter of fact, Nate, you actually sinned in this video when you taught that we're under the new covenant. You sinned because you basically just broke the scriptures down wrong. Okay? So, here it is. You're talking about we're under the new covenant, but you just sinned. You just sinned because you're basically coming with a doctrine that has nothing to do with the 100% truth of the Holy Scriptures. You're saying we're under the new covenant, and we're not. So you just lied to your congregation, man. Okay? So if we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. So the truth is not in you, Nate. And who's the truth? Yahawashi is the truth. So if you don't have Yahawashi in you, you're not going to teach the 100% truth according to the Holy Scriptures. What did Yahawashi say? He that believeth on him, as the Scriptures have said, out of his belly, meaning out of his mind, shall flow rivers of living water, which is what? The 100% truth of the Scriptures. So let's go to Jeremiah 33 verse 8. And I will cleanse them. No, let me go to verse 9. And it shall be to me a joy. Why shall it be a joy to the Lord? Because we're never going to sin again. A praise and an honor before all nations. How are we going to be a praise and an honor? because we're literally going to be walking laws, statutes, and commandments, because we're going to have the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments in our minds. Okay, do you understand? Okay, so are we a praise and a joy to the Lord? No, we're not a praise or a joy to the Lord right now, because our righteousness is as filthy rags, and before the Lord we are as an unclean thing, as it is written. Okay. So it shall be to me a name of joy, a praise, and an honor before all nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them. Right. The Lord is going to do good to us. And they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness, for all the prosperity that I procure unto it. So, that's pretty much it. We're going to be perfect under the new covenant. Right now, we're not perfect, okay? So, no, Nate, we are not under the new covenant.
Y'all see that? Through the blood of the everlasting covenant. That's the new covenant. And yes, we are under the new covenant. Stop listening to people say we're not under the new covenant. Right. I can't take the stupidity, has got to stop. Real quick, y'all see that? Through the blood of the everlasting covenant. That's the new covenant. And yes, we are under the new covenant. Stop listening to people say we're not under the new covenant. Right. I can't take the stupidity, has got to stop.
With that, I'm going to say shalom. Is on to the next one.